Okay, guys. Previously, in our adventures of demons are a girl's best friend, the party encountered the traveling caravan of Torga Icevein, whom you were tipped off might be a haven or a front or where Sephek Caltro might be hiding as he wanders the 10 towns, murdering his way through people that maybe have escaped a lottery for human sacrifice. Anyway, you went into the camp, had a brief conversation, and then Sephek appeared, and he proved quite slippery. But he was eventually laid low with a combination of attacks and a wonderful application of chill touch. We should call that a clutch chill touch, that it came in at just the right time. However, as Sephek's body fell, he went through a strange transmogrification. His body began to glow with the same bright, cold white light that you had seen in some of the other monsters that, well, there were several of them. There's one now. and his situation and his effects and his aura have changed a little bit. Some of you suffered a loss of hit points, taking cold damage as this new form of Sephek has siphoned heat out of your bodies, and an aura of chill, nightmarish winds blows through your minds, shaking your sanity and your resolve. And with that, we will get started with Croesus.
Is it actually my turn?
Or it is actually your turn.
Okay, cool. Then mosey on back to my computer real quick, because I have had a whole week to think about this moment, even though I knew what I was going to do before we even signed off. Okay, so let me just remeasure just to make sure. Yes, okay, so Croesus is going to move here, and these guys are all in flame breath formation.
Oh, yes,
they are.
As we're just going to shoot a line. You can see where I'm measuring, right? Like the line I'm measuring with.
Yes.
Yeah, we're shooting a line, the diagonal line, straight down there, because again, my fire breath is straight.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 foot wide. It hits every last one of them.
Yep, it sure does.
That's the plan. That was...
Alrighty, let's see what happens.
So, attack. This one. This one.
Nice.
All right. That's a pretty high roll for DC 10 or for a D10. So yeah, it's I believe save takes half. It is fire damage.
Right. And yep, that would be super bad if they fail to save.
No,
fail to save. It's 8 damage if they fail to save the fire.
No, it's not 8 damage if they fail to save.
Yeah, they're vulnerable.
Pretty sure it's 8 damage if they make the save.
Right. I imagine they're vulnerable to fire, but I'm not going to assume that they are until they take the damage.
Broad will assume for you.
So the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do you want to do this times 7?
Yeah, buddy.
So I'm really glad the whole week has culminated to this moment. So these little methods are doing their thing, and it's hard for them to really notice in a dark area, this big dark sphere kind of moving around, but one does. And a few of them realize they can't see very well anymore. And then suddenly fire shoots out in a very straight line out of this sort of dark zone and incinerating all of them by surprise.
Nice. There is a brief, terrified kind of shocked, and then they vanish in a puff of water vapor as the flame from your breath disintegrates them in mass.
Man, you don't really get to do that very often, even though that's what you want to do, because most things like take damage and then, you know, keep going. And it looked pretty, but didn't really do much. This did a lot. This feels great.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
That was pretty great.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I've been trying to do that for like 3 turns and it just never quite got over there.
So those of you in this area notice that this bandit, I say bandit, that's just the archetype that they are. This caravan worker came running out in terror and then dropped, his body suddenly covered with ice. And I need Croesus, Varuk, Belatax, and Broad to make perception checks for me.
Whoop.
13's not the worst roll you can get on a perception check, but it should not be the best out of 4 of us.
Right.
Um,
Well, Broad, it's in like your eyes kind of trace over to this gout of flame that just evaporated so many of these little icy demons, and your attention is drawn down here where
Down where?
down here
Below, south of the,
just south of Croesus.
yeah.
south of Croesus, right here.
Okay.
And what you see is Torga and the few remaining members of her caravan are busily bringing the dogs out of this little shelter and getting ready to hook them up to this dog sled. Probably so they can play a great round of get the fuck out. Like, you're not an expert on the behavior of, you know, dwarven caravans and, you know, humans running caravans, but that's kind of what it looks like. Looks like they're getting ready to skate up out of here. Anyway, that's the thing that happened. Croesus, do you have anything else you wish to do after your cold murder or your hot murderous rampage?
Nope. He's just going to sit as he has no more movement and no more action economy, really.
Gonna hang out. Okay. Let me move some of these other guys. This very, very wounded, undead, bright light creature kind of looks up. He doesn't really have so much a face or hands, but he looks around at those in his reach, and he's going to take a swat at your friend and mine, Belatax. And well, that's a 1. That's not going to do much.
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit? You're muted, Lisa.
14 does not hit.
Yeah.
Well, then he looks on. He's like, he looks confused. I mean, as confused as an undead-like construct can look. And with that, Varuk,
I would like to
are-
say, just so that we're envisioning this, Bellatrax, 100% not looking, did not notice.
Well, I mean, she did roll a 3 perception,
Yeah.
so that checks out.
All right, Joe, feel free to adjudicate this however you like. What I'm attempting to do is
Kill
the
everybody.
grapple action. I'm going to grab this Cold Light Walker's feet,
Uh-huh.
lift him high up into the air, and then Hulk smash him into the ice method on the other side of me.
He's gonna pull a red.
Absolutely. Make your grapple. That's contested strength, right?
I got an 18.
16.
Hulk smash.
All right, you you snatch him up. Now, your background, your heritage, you're used to this temperature, you're used to this environment, and you're wearing cold weather gear, right? Even through the cold weather gear, you can feel the absolute coldness of this creature as you grasp it. That coldness does not prevent it from being snatched up like an undead Barbie doll, and you wish to bludgeon an ice method with it.
Yes.
Then by all means, give me an attack.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be a plus strength, so 21.
Yep.
And then I think talking with Jay, I verified this is like an improvised attack, so it's like
Yeah, improvised weapon with a cold light walker.
oh,
Yes.
Nice.
7
D4 plus
damage.
strength.
Well, you hit.
Wait a minute, don't you do extra damage when you're embiggened?
It's on it. The wording is unclear. I don't think it does though, actually, because it says on.
You
Attacks-
absolutely
attacks
should do
on-
more damage while you're embiggened because Diergar do.
Says
Yeah.
attacks with a weapon or unarmed strike.
Well, this is an
With a
unarmed
weapon-
strike.
Improvised weapon.
Yeah, it's an improvised weapon. I mean, my argument is enlarge gives you that bonus on anything based on strength.
So you smash this method with the cold light walker, and it's probably just shock that kills it, but it screams in surprise, much like his cousins there that were just warm light vaporized, and he returns to whatever place from which he came.
So the GIF I linked in the channel is what I'm doing to him.
Do what?
The
It
gift
didn't come through as a gift, at least not for me. But I know what it is.
It's slowly loading.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's fair. We know the
Puny god.
Beauty God. So if I'm correct, that should also move him over to that space and be prone, probably. That knocked him
Well,
down.
I mean, if he's dead, yeah.
Well, no, the cold light. Cold light.
Yeah, he's over there now.
Quick question. Did you let go of him?
No.
No, he's grappled.
I'd like to keep smashing with him, but that's gonna take more than a turn.
I was about to say, I feel like you're about to play whack-a-mole, and I'm here for this.
Yes. I'm doing the Hulk smash puny god.
Fuck is gonna create it.
And that's my turn.
All righty. Well, the battle space has changed a little bit. Broad Yaga, you are now no longer immediately threatened by the presence of the cold light walker. And then In fact, you now see this cold light walker hanging upside down like some sort of parody of a vampire bat.
That's fair. Well, I am going to trust in the dice and move away. The ice method could potentially have an attack of opportunity as I move away.
Yeah, he's going to. I mean, not like it's been of any use, but you know. Yeah, that's my second one of the night.
Okay, then I will.
I'm liking this.
I'm just gonna move over here.
Yeah.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark on Sephek's punk ass.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then we're gonna shoot the motherfucker.
Really? What has he ever done? Oh, wait.
Oh, and well, if it hit him, my favorite foe.
I
If
don't
this
know.
hits, he will be designated as my favorite foe. I don't know either.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would say that hits.
All right, so. Yeah, that's gonna be.
It's going to be 26 sweet points of damage plus another d6 times 2 for Hunter's Mark, correct?
No, that's in there.
Oh, that's in there. All
Yeah,
right.
all my shit
26.
is programmed.
Favorite foe,
Alrighty.
number 2?
Nothing like
Beautiful.
programmed Say.
D- you have its attention.
Uh-huh.
That's probably not a good thing for me, but
Probably not.
Jay, is favorite foe in there?
yep. You can mouse over and see. The bottom 9+4 is just the
2 plus
standard
2, I
weapon.
see it.
Yeah. And then the 9 is 4 on favored foe and 5 on Hunter's Mark. And then the 4 is the crit damage 2 and 2.
Yep.
Well, that was a pretty sweet attack. You now see the form looks over at you, and there's a hole where the arrow went through it, and it seems to be leaking like a cold light vapor. It's kind of seeping out, drifting away from it.
That sucks.
Fun.
And Hoot has now succeeded at a death saving throw. So he's 1 and 1.
He is 1 and 1.
Wait, why? When did he fail?
He failed because he took damage. It's an automatic fail.
Did heal him to full right before he took damage?
Who healed him? He
Moffitt.
has
Healed him right before.
Right, but I did heal him right before the last round of damage. But I do believe the last round of damage killed him, so this would be his first success.
This is his second death, if you will, his second knockout.
Well, I think it's his third, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so he's 1 and 0 if what they're saying. I don't remember that, but that's fair. I don't remember a lot of things.
Okay.
yeah, I believe it was, he took damage when we all took damage when this thing
Reappeared.
reappeared.
If he was conscious when he took damage, he would have gone down.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't think he has failed a save as of yet.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay, then he's at 1 and 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is my turn, right?
It is indeed your turn, and Belatax, you are up next.
Is there any way that I can take Hoot with me without sacrificing movement or an action? I'd be willing to sacrifice a bonus action, but is there any way I can drag Hoot with me?
I don't think so. He's not tiny or insignificant.
Yeah.
And you are under the effects of having your movement reduced as it is.
Yeah, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna move the 15 feet here which makes me.
It's not, you're not halved. You're reduced by 10.
It's by
No, no,
10.
You were reduced by 10. I was halved.
Oh, okay.
And then I made the save, so I wasn't reduced by
Got
the
it.
additional. 10.
Okay, got it. You're right.
Yeah, so he is 20 feet from me, so I'm going to throw my great sword since I have that still up from my
Did you have
raid.
that going for you?
Yeah.
Right by me, huh? Right by me.
Yep.
Oh, that's not gonna. Oh my God.
Nice.
So he takes 11 points of force magical damage because it's
That
a
is
magical
that's pretty sweet.
and the great sword will return in my hand, and that's the end of my turn.
Well, much like the tiny hole leaking light vapor, there's now a slash where the greatsword is cut through his clothing, and quite a bit of this cold like vapor is leaking from the form of the cold light terror.
Yay.
Okay, what else you got?
That's the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. Tax, you were up. Dalen, you're on deck.
Mhm.
So I want to be very narrative about this.
Be narrative. We like narrative.
So Tax was digging through her bag when she heard Varuk say, Chris,
Die, puny god.
and then the ice walker zombie dude gets lifted and then banged on the other side. And then she just goes, huh? And another thing swats at her, doesn't notice. And then she's like, maybe I should move.
Yes, perhaps you should.
So she is going to step, baby steps here. And then as she steps here, she's looking over her shoulder and she sees that this motherfucker is still alive. Also, do you want to do an attack of opportunity, friend?
No, that attack of opportunity has already been used.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah,
Lisa,
Broad soaked that up for you.
Lisa, when I said
So-
next to me, I mean literally next to me, not 10 feet away.
Oh, sorry. She moves right here.
Yeah, I can't help you if you're that far
One
away.
more. One
There.
more.
Yeah. Don't stand next to another enemy. Great
Yeah.
location.
Location. So
It
she's
is.
right
It's all
here.
about movement. Games are won and lost in the movement phase.
And then she sees him. She's quite perturbed. And she goes, I want samples. And throws fireball.
What?
Of course you want samples.
I want samples.
Use that Baruch assault. And I want it now.
All right. So you're tossing a firebolt at which thing? The method?
That's epic. He's
Well,
the only thing that I know of that has died and then come back. I want samples of that.
oh, well. So the good news is your firebolt lances out from your finger and strikes the little icy demon. Unfortunately for your desire for samples, that amount of damage vaporizes it into a
No,
fine.
She said Sephek. She's talking about the big bad guy.
Oh, you were talking about Sephek.
Yeah.
That's what is that?
But no, but we're fine with him being vaporized.
Yeah,
by
either
this.
way.
You want to keep that?
Yeah, not so
You're
much.
the DM. You're the DM.
Not so much. I thought you were talking about the method. I couldn't tell you. You guys need to be
I don't care about those.
right.
I
Oh,
care about the guy who has died and come back.
you still punch through and do some pretty amazing.
That was a great roll all the way around.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
great.
Is there any feeling of this thing looking like it's hurting yet?
Oh, it's leaking light from several wounds, holes, punctures.
Bloody.
And then
I would say if it had blood, it would probably be bloodied. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
bonus action, I'm going to give Holler the healing potion that I was just digging for that we got from the last adventure and tell Holler to take it to Tax, or not Tax, I'm Tax, to take it to Doll.
Okay. And so he has it. And what is his movement? I mean, you can move him.
His movement is 30. He's gonna get there.
Okay. Well, then get him there.
And then I don't know if you want to role play it or not, but he is going to ceremoniously drop and hope that good things happen because he got it to her. That was his.
He got
that-
it to her.
What did
That's
he-
right. And it will absolutely be available to Dolph at the start of Dolph's turn.
Oh,
Wait, did you use a bonus action previously in your turn?
I don't think.
Nope.
Then, as I am feeling magnanimous and generous, you may use your bonus action to schnorfel up that healing potion if you like.
and I will do that.
That
Taking
seems like
that healing potion.
it seems like a good idea.
Well,
Did
the
you?
action to administer, Holler has an action. And all Holler has done is flown over there. So Holler could absolutely administer a potion with its action.
Well, then he can do that, and you can keep your bonus for something you might need. Somebody roll up the amount of healing.
I want to double check. I want to say it's like a normal, just a normal, not a greater.
Bless you,
Bless
5
you.
points of healing.
Yeah, potion of healing.
5 points. Thank you very much. Every point counts.
All righty. Well, that was an efficient use of resources. Very good. Dalen, you're up. Assistant song singer, you're on deck.
All right. Being frightened of this thing, I can't move
Mhm.
close. So I'm going to move
You
5.
need to make your saving throw.
If you're going to be frightened anymore.
Oh,
Wisdom.
wisdom save.
You are
Nice.
Wow, I'm not.
you are no longer frightened of it. You kind of like, oh fuck, we're beating this thing up. It does still feel like the air could become life-threateningly cold where you are.
Gotcha. I'm going to go ahead and move. I know I've reduced by 10. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, when I get to 15, I turn around and point to him and cast.
According to your D&D Beyond, you were at 10, not 20. You're at
You when you lose the frightened condition,
Oh,
but you feel your natural speed has returned as well.
so where were you saying that was at 10 movement? I think
if you go to D&D Beyond.
I'm in D&D Beyond.
So viewing your speed, it said you had 10 feet.
Oh, I think I meant to do
minus 10.
minus 10, not 210.
Okay, because I remember I thought we did something happened where we got at 15, like we had, and then we also got reduced by 10.
That was-
Not yet.
Okay,
Then so that's 3. That's 9 points of damage to that thing. 3 arcane bolts,
Oh,
3 points each. And then I'm gonna take my last 5 of movement into here.
9. So you did hear me that you were no longer slowed, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So
I thought I made my save, so I wasn't slowed by.
can you put another red dot on Hootie too?
no, you can only do 1, unfortunately.
Okay.
Oh, Hootie 2.
I just realized I didn't do his death throw, so I
he has now
did.
failed. Has he failed 2?
Yep.
Hmm.
Technically, he didn't fail the first one. He just got double damaged, and then now he's failed 1.
All right. So he has now failed 2.
Yep.
He has saved 0. All righty. Okie doke. Dalen, that was you.
Yep.
Sistan Song Sayer,
All right,
it is your turn.
I need to do.
You are unafraid.
I am unafraid.
You
Should we-
feel like you could get out of this pocket of air that feels like it could, like in the next 6 seconds, drain life away from you.
I am totally going to
I think you may be right.
gonna pass on Sephek. Make a wisdom saving throw. Had my D12, got the Pull of the Dead, and then I'm gonna duck away and kind of go into the tent to do it if I can.
It's just open air canopy.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So
Joe,
Joe, giving us a little bit better idea of that lay of the land, if she was trying to obscure herself from him, would it be better to kind of get under the wagon, or on the other side of the wagon, under that open air canopy? Because she would see what's around her.
Siston, is this you?
yeah,
You could be, remember these things are more like pavilions.
Yep.
So they're not going to really give you any cover.
Okay.
What about the wagon?
That's not a wagon, that's a dog sled.
Okay.
Oh,
And no.
okay.
All right.
And straight, I guess, just
Yeah.
as far as what you can.
And I will warn you, the cold damage from siphon heat occurs at the end of its turn.
okay, so then I have a question. So I had reduced movement to half my movement, but I wasn't frightened. And so I'm wondering where that came from then.
I don't know where that came from. I didn't do it.
Then I would have, at the end of my turn, moved
All the way out.
all the way out.
Well, then move all the way out and take that snail off your token.
Thank you. All right, because that is important for that next turn, because yeah, I don't know why I had half movement, but I went in and did that, yeah.
Solidarity.
Okay, is that your movement?
That is my movement. I was like, oh, you're asking her because she moved, but that would be my movement as well. Yep. Actually, now knowing where she is, I'm gonna try to be a little less fireball formation. Probably there.
All righty, well, nope, not there. Use the right tool.
It's on your character. Oh.
So it gets right there, foolishly leaving Hoot to not die, probably. And he keeps his attention is focused on Dolph, but the effect of its cold does wow. Okay, you guys got lucky on that one.
Oh,
It does a whopping 5 points of cold as the heat is siphoned out of you. You feel those of you who have not successfully saved versus the screaming sound of the wind, which I believe everyone in the first rank there, but Broad, Tax, and Varuk, I need wisdom saves from you, please.
I sworn I saved against this last time.
I mean, if you can scroll back up and find it.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll it and then I'll scroll up. Well,
All right.
never mind.
Well, you
I'm
don't.
not gonna bother scrolling
Yep,
up
you're
on a
immune to
22.
it. So Tax and Varuk, the sound of the wind howling over the frost-bitten plains of Icewind Dale fills your mind, and you are frightened of whatever that thing is that's glowing and walking towards you. Your speed is reduced by 10. And that's the effect you get. Yay. And then there's a method. There's there used to be a lot of these things.
There used to be.
There used to be a lot of these things. There's one, and it sees exactly one thing, and he flies over next to Sisted, and he will attempt to do the swats.
Doesn't see the Envigon's giant. That's so weird.
You're closer. Does an 8 hit? I'm sure it doesn't.
Robert, you're on deck.
Does a 12 hit?
No.
Yep, I'm keeping track.
Well then, you're fine. They're wildly ineffective.
Yeah.
And with that,
There's the other one south
Yeah, there's 2 of them, Joe.
too,
there is.
There's the other one on the other side of Varuk.
who I believe is grapple, or the Cold Light Walker is grapple.
Yeah, the Cold Light Walker is grappled, and it's not his turn yet. He will take his 2 little no, not 2, just one little attack against you, Varuk. Does a 12 hit?
Nope.
Nope. No. Okay. Well, the methods are definitely not the terrifying demon scourge that you think maybe they might be. They're actually kind of terrible.
They melt like marshmallow.
Right. So, Broad, since you're the only one that's noticed it, you look down here, and I'm not going to try and draw it, but these guys have hooked up some sled dogs,
Oh,
and they are about to scamper off. So they actually have dogs attached to the sled, and they seem to be working pretty diligently, because their world has kind of gone to hell. So that's the thing that happened. And now, Croesus, it's your turn.
Excellent. So, quick question about cantrips that require concentration. Can I cast them and choose not to concentrate on them and still have the initial spell effect? So in this case, create bonfire does damage, and then if I concentrate on it, the bonfire stays. Can I cast it, not concentrate on it, and at least deal the damage and have the fire flame out?
Yes, dropping concentration does not require an action.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
just-
require any sort
You
of
just
Well,
state
decide to do
that you
it.
drop
He's
concentration.
currently concentrating on darkness.
Right.
Oh.
That's the
No,
Oh no!
as,
If you
as
cast
soon
a
as you
spell,
begin casting.
yeah.
Sorry, Joe. Take it
yeah,
over.
as soon as you begin casting another spell that requires concentration, regardless if it's successful, regardless if you keep it up, that act of casting a concentration spell breaks concentration on the other one.
excellent. Cool. So I'm going to revisit some of my cantrips when I am next presented with the opportunity, so that I don't have to deal with this situation again. But in the
May I
meantime,
suggest firebolt instead of create bonfire?
Mhm.
Just
yes.
saying.
Thematically, I was thinking, in the cold, I'll just create bonfires, burn the stuff around me and survive around and have fire everywhere I go. In practice, this seems real terrible. Only because I get to do the cool darkness thing. So I'm instead going to cast a Chaos Bolt at second level.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do cast Chaos Bolt at second level at what's his face? Sephek.
Okay. Give it to me.
Cast go. Did you? Oh no, you didn't, because I have to actually click the level second. There you go. Oh, that's unfortunate.
What does that do? What is that? You're to hit?
10 to hit.
Yeah, your chaos bolt kind of crackles with whatever chaotic energy you've summoned forth, and it whizzes. He kind of like he is he's unimpressed with your
naturally.
with your attempt. Is that all you're doing? You're moving? You got some other
We're
stuff?
definitely gonna move,
Okay.
because the last thing I want to do is, fire off from darkness and then like not move and have my position be like,
Right.
a little bit more.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Actually, we'll just keep it a little bit step back, because I'd like to make sure he doesn't like get too close to me.
All right. Well, the Cold Light Walker is going to attempt to break out of this grapple that you have him in. And so he's going to try and take the action to do that. Strength, right?
Or acrobatics. Like, good luck beating a 24. You can do it.
What's 24?
5 + 2 for my frost rune right now.
Yeah, 13.
You didn't even beat my lowest score.
Yeah, he's there's something dispiriting about hanging upside down, even for undead creatures made of frostlight. It's kind of weird. All right, well, he tries to break that. He doesn't break it, so that's his action. So on to you, Varuk. You
I hit the other method.
Yep. Yep, you do.
For,
And it
for 9 damage.
it also disappears in a puff of ice crystals. I assume you're taking him with you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What else you got?
That was my action.
Okay.
This is pretty epic. I'm a big fan of this.
All right, Brad, you are up.
All right.
I couldn't move close to Sephek, so I couldn't beat him with the Cold Light Walker. But if I could, that's what I would do.
Yeah. What's normal range on a longbow? It's 120 feet, right? Something
Yeah,
stupid.
it's a ways.
I just want to make sure I'm not going to move. Oh yeah, it's 150 feet. Okay, I'm good. So 30 feet of movement. Shit. God damn it. Lisa,
Yep.
you and your shared screen. I'm like trying to move myself around.
Yeah, I do that
Yeah,
sometimes.
that'll happen. Sorry about that.
I think that's the first time that's gotten me though. So
Nope.
Nope.
I'm gonna move over here, closer to Torga, and I'm going to shoot Sephek again, while screaming to Torga, "You better run, bitch, because you're next." Because I am not happy with Torga at the moment. 19 to hit for 9 points of damage.
That's pretty good. That's a solid 9 points of damage. You have poked another hole. The light leakage has increased. Like he's almost in a haze of light. That is, it looks like just looks like vapor kind of wafting out of him. Wafting. wafting.
Excellent.
All right. Is that your turn?
I'm going to use a bonus action to reiterate to Torga that she's next.
Seriously, you're next. As soon as I'm done here, you.
Priorities.
Right. If Torga weren't more terrified of the glowing undead things that have quite frankly been kind of whooping your ass, she might take it seriously.
That's fair.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to take it seriously. And if she gets out of here, she won't have to worry about it.
All right. Until you see her again. Is that your turn?
That was my turn.
Dolph, you're up. Tax, you're next.
Gonna, after I caught the great
Oh.
sword again, because it's we. Yes, Jay?
Sorry. Hoot has failed a death save.
Oh
so he's 1-1.
no!
Ooh. I'm gonna catch the great sword again, and I'm just gonna throw it back at him. Let's go. A 10? Really? Okay, cool.
It
And
hits
then
Hoot.
I'm gonna
I
Shut
know
up.
how you feel.
and then we're gonna run 30 feet west. And I'm gonna just take little Holler with me. So Lisa, if you can move it with me. But that is, and my sword reappears in my hand, and that's the end of my turn.
All righty then. Tax. Balin, you're up next.
Uh,
Make a
Yeah.
save. Make a save against being terrified.
Make a mistake.
Nope.
Nope. You're
If
still-
only the 19 stopped. Okay. So Tax is going to scream in terror, but yet trying to be strong. I don't like you.
I really don't like you.
And then she's gonna step over here, 100% staying by Farouk because he is big and she is small.
Yeah. Just a
Farouk
step
is very big.
And then she is going to do Ye Old Faithful. Right at his head.
Holy
I
moly.
don't know if that's gonna hit.
That just hits. That just hits. You seem to have found a little you sink that firebolt into one of the pre-existing holes, perhaps, and he doesn't really notice it, but it does do some damage.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna say to Holler, get him, attack!
No.
So Holler,
It's like the snitch, the golden snitch trying to fly away.
Holler is going to move 30.
Okay, yeah, you move him.
I did not.
Move here, and then going to do a ranged attack.
Okay.
See if that works.
Do it. That does. That does. That does. That does hit. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does hit.
Every
And
little
you
bit
are
helps.
he's there's almost as much light leaking out of him as there is emanating from where his hands and head would be.
And then, oh, I need to do. Nope. And Hootie 2 is down for the count, but it's
Get out of
okay.
there.
He was just a prototype.
Well, you know,
That's, well, you get him back at the end of a long rest.
yeah,
That's the good news.
yeah.
You just got to retinker.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
Oh, he'll be back and he'll be Hootie 3 and he will be stronger.
The $7 million man.
Right. All right. Is that what you got?
That is all for tax.
All righty. Dalen, you're up.
I moved due north
Assistant.
through the pavilion.
You what?
I moved up due north through the pavilion out the other side. So I'm
Uh-huh.
kind of away from him. And I'm going to cast my last magic missile.
Do it.
Do it well.
I want
Do
to
it
try.
very well.
You know, Don, there's some darkness on
Thank
the map.
you.
can-
That's
can
20
cast it.
points of damage.
That's nice. That is significant.
Chris, I missed your snarky comment. Please repeat.
I said there's some darkness on the table you can shoot your magic missile at.
Yeah.
I don't recommend that.
I'm gonna cast magic missile at the darkness. Oh man. All righty. Is that your turn?
I've done movement. I've fired a magic missile. Hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. I'm going to move one more up. I was heading this direction, so I'm outside of his little sphere of influence there back. So keep an eye on him. Yep, that's my turn.
All righty.
Could you please use your bonus action to yell out to Torga that she's next?
No.
Yeah. I'm with him. Just be ready. There. How's that?
Okay, mama.
All right,
Excellent.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on that guy.
And he, Don or Dalen, looking into the possibility, sees him phenomenally fail that dexterity save with a 4.
That sounds really good. So he fails it. He fails it real good. He is good at the failing of that save, and he is now lit up. Siston, what is your sacred flame and the resultant beacon of advantage look like?
That flame, like, what?
I think you're thinking of guiding bolt.
Yeah.
Sacred flame just damages.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just, but
Okay.
it is a radiant flame that descends. And it is, again, the idea of light being picked apart out of him while it's going into him. So it
Very
looks
good.
like it's just kind
Unraveling.
of pulling pieces off of him in a way that you're just like, whoa. But then I am going to take an attack of opportunity.
Or just
against,
move counter or
like, here.
counterclockwise around him. So you just, well, go down. Yeah, well, down and around, but yeah, over to there.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
To be out of that.
Be out of that.
And
Over
then-
here. Over here. Over here, Buckaroo. I'm yelling that. I'm making sure he knows where I am.
Book cowboy.
All righty. Oh, look at that. So close.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Dolph, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Sorry?
A strength saving throw.
Do I have advantage on strength saving throws while raging?
Yes, I
Yeah.
thought so.
Jay?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I do.
We'll take a ruling later, but it doesn't really matter probably.
I do, because
Okay.
that's yeah. It looks
Oh,
like it.
yeah. Are you raging? You have advantage.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it doesn't matter. You feel you could swear that you feel the wind pick up behind you and try to push you closer to him.
Ooh.
No.
But it doesn't seem to, you're kind of like, really, the wind?
Yeah.
So however, Mr. or pardon me,
I think he's doctor. He went to school.
Holler,
You could give him his.
right?
Holler,
Oh,
Dr. Holler.
Dr. Holler. Your dad, right?
Takes 7 points
Ooh.
of the damage that is cold. And if he is of the type that would need to make a saving throw versus being terrified, he should absolutely do that.
He does have evasion. Hold on, let me read evasion.
This is not something you
Evasion's
can
about
evade.
dex
It's
saves.
just an effect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if you are in this space around him,
Oh,
the
he's fluttering. He's like, yeah, I did damage. And he's really excited. And he's giving his little clicky hoots. And then all of a sudden he freezes in midair and falls to the ground.
no, really?
Yep.
7 points of damage.
They're
See
not
that?
yeah, it's not like a
Yeah,
really hardy thing.
Well, I mean, you can make another
I mean,
one.
technically, hold on. Yeah, he had 2 hit points total. I never rolled the D4 to see what his total hit points were.
He's barely more corporeal than a familiar.
Gotcha. All right. Well, he's now an ex familiar.
And as he falls, like you see all of his parts and stuff kind of
Scatter.
dry up, and then what falls is one dead crystal, like a deadened crystal.
Okay. The method, the one single lonely method.
Flies away to save its life.
Nah,
right?
methods don't die. They just go to hell and regroup.
Methods are elementals. They do not go to hell.
I mean, they can. They might.
They've got their visa.
That's not an attack roll. Ding dong.
Their
What are you doing?
passport.
Okay. Yeah. Does a 10 hit you, Siston? I mean,
No.
the 10 does not hit. The woefully inadequate method takes a swipe at you with his little claws. You could have sworn there was a time you were scared of these things, like not even that long ago, but they just still seem to be doing it. And Croesus, it's all you, buddy.
Excellent. All right, well, we're going to try this again. If my mouse will start for there it is. All right, thanks, mouse. We're going to Chaos Bolt again, only this time at level 1.
All right.
Because I have more things I want to do with my level 2 spells.
Sure.
Chaos Bolt, cast.
Oh,
22 to hit. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let me see what the damage type is. They're both D4s, which means
Oh,
it's all
arcs.
force damage, and it does arc.
She had some nice message.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To creature of my
Or
choice.
to arc.
If the numbers on the dice or the D8s are the same, it arcs. The chaotic energy leaps to a different creature of my choice within 30 feet.
Oof.
There's
Is
nothing
there-
you want to hit within 30 feet, unfortunately. The method's 40 feet away.
Don't you dare.
All right. Well,
Gotta hit somebody. I'm not wasting that die.
well, it's a target of my choice, so I'm gonna just hit the freaking tent.
Good job.
Yes.
Fuck that
So it
setup.
will go straight here and then glance off and just annihilate the tart.
Nice. You are Croesus, destroyer of tarps.
Hey, dude, Torga ran away. I'm just saying, I'm making good on this promise that I'm being supportive of Brad
Right.
here.
No, I got
Thank you.
All right. Is that your turn?
No.
No?
Given the proximity of this aura, we are absolutely just going to take a few steps back. And actually, you know what? We're gonna stop here and put some of these dudes in the dark.
Nice. Okay. Well, you have put them in the
Which bed
dark.
you go next?
You and me go fishing in the dark.
Right? Lying
I
on our
don't
backs,
think that's what he
counting the
meant.
stars where the cool grass grows.
Yeah.
I love that song.
It was a great song.
All right. So,
And that will end my turn.
all righty. So once again,
What?
the mighty Cold Blight Walker will attempt to break the. Can you beat a 5?
I got an
Even
18.
if you roll a 1, you
Yeah,
what-
yeah.
Yeah.
If he had disadvantage, he'd beat a 5.
yeah. So yeah, he struggles and kind of fails miserably. So
He's the one who doesn't-
so those of you who are paying attention, you hear Torga crack the whip over the sled dogs, and these 3 minus this one, no, this one, and this one. It's not going to let me select all of them at once, is it? No. All right. Well, you're going to go over here, and we're just going to do
They're
that.
just going through magical darkness. They don't give a.
No, they don't care. I mean,
No,
they're,
they
they're
just-
not all the way in the darkness,
Yeah.
and Torga is not.
Yeah.
She craps the whip, and
Yeah, they're all like, get out of here.
yeah, they go. And now there's couple guys, and they like hear them roll off, and they are on the wrong layer somehow. And
Turn the map.
they're
I've always wanted to own a
Yeah.
caravan.
And we do now. Well, if we survive, we own this now.
That's how that works.
and Varuk,
Okay.
make me a wisdom save, please.
Am I still in the aura?
You feel as though the winds, even though they were affecting your mind, they have been decreasing in intensity, and that is good enough for you to get over it because they are not as intense as this thing is, and you also lose your slowed
Excellent.
condition, and you're
It didn't even move.
all right. So what do you got going on with the wisdom save, with the athletics check? You doing another one?
So,
Nope.
so
What are you gonna do?
question. Is that cook fire right there a roaring fire?
It's a torch.
No. This one over here.
West of him, directly west of
Oh
him.
yeah, absolutely. That's a campfire.
Excellent.
Oh my god.
We have a new red. We have a new red.
And seeing as how Tax is two sizes smaller than me, I can walk right over her without
Yeah,
a problem.
Yep.
And I'm gonna stick him head first into the cook fire.
Give me an attack roll. This thing has a whopping 2 hit points left. So if you hit it, tell me how you want to do it.
Oh,
He does not hit it.
does he have a advantage because he's grappled?
Advantage doesn't grapple, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Grapple
You have
doesn't grant
inspiration
advantage.
hanging around somewhere?
He should. Have you been paying attention to him?
Right? He definitely has.
Yeah.
I will donate my inspiration for this if I can.
You know what? You can.
Well, but
Okay.
even if he drops him, doesn't he take some blunt force damage?
And fire damage really is what I'm aiming for here from the fire.
Yeah.
That's fine. I
Just-
grant Chris my inspiration for this.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
you hold him over the flames, and how do you want to vaporize this thing?
So realizing how cold he is, I just walk over and be like, he's like tinder, you know, putting tinder on the fire, and like, and I just start rubbing my hands as he burns.
His cloak catches fire rather quickly, oddly enough. And as the cloak burns, the light dims until the cloak disappears in an arc of dark smoke. You have removed the last cold light walker that isn't turned for 2 more turns out of there.
And with my bonus action, I point at Sephek and say, "You are next."
All right, Broad, you're up.
All right, I will move to. Here? No, not next to the method. There. Now I'm gonna shoot Sephek again.
That sounds like a good idea. Do it.
Come on. 27 to hit for 16 points of damage.
Nice. Very nice. That arrow slams into him, and there it leaves a large hole of which the light is just pouring out of.
All right. And then Hoots at 2 and 1.
Yay.
Yeah, go.
Hey, yay, hooty hoot. I assume that is oh yeah, that's 17. Good. Okay.
1 gig.
Throwing it again.
Hell
16,
yeah.
12 points of magical force damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna like get ready, and I'm gonna say, "You'll never take me." Ready to repeat history. I'm just gonna do it, and I'm just gonna just decapitate it as it flies and kind of boomerang styles back into my hand.
And
When your head's
the blade
It's over.
connects with the form of Sephek and just obliterates what's left of the cloth and the light, and they fall down to the ground. In its place,
Burn it with fire.
I'm gonna do
there is
a baby fox.
right. There is a female form, human looking perhaps, and it closes the distance with you as it is fading. And oh, child, you have gained nothing. My sister will keep track of you while I go to be reborn by the hand of Gryla herself. The Frost Maiden will make her rhyme eternal, and your soul will help her do it.
Well, at least now we've confirmed the Frost Maiden is the big baddie.
Oh, the name of the module didn't give us any clues.
Not at all.
Not
None
at all.
at all.
Tried to get a little-
Oh. Uh-oh. I exited out of roll 20 accidentally.
Oh, backspaced out or something.
We do still have a method.
Yeah.
Burn it with fire.
The method also vanishes in a puff of ice crystals.
No, fuck that. I grabbed him and stuffed him in the fire.
All right, you can do it. You can grab him and stuff him in the fire too. You're like, oh look, they're like firewood. Like
And we are-
firewood, but firewood.
I know Dalen is just hitting the dead body with fire over and over again.
Yeah,
That's true.
I run to Hoot immediately and use my last spell slot to make Hoot not dead.
That is a good thing. You make him not dead.
I'll take.
Not undead, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try to go for undead if you wanted to. I don't know that you should, but yeah.
Joe, I'm going
Multi-class and necromancer.
Yeah, I'm going to check initially where Sephek fell and then where he fell the second time to see if there is anything physical left behind.
Give me an investigation check.
$15. I'm leaning heavily on my staff. I am
Oh,
tapped.
yeah. We need to sleep.
I do have a light going again. Yeah.
So oddly, you don't find anything at either location.
Okay.
I am going to start going through the tents and finding anything useful and destroying anything that I deem unuseful.
Kroos is going to do the same while maintaining darkness.
Pax is going to take this wagon right here.
Dog sled.
Dog sled.
Oh, dog sled. That has not.
Well, no, that's that's a loaded dog sled. That's a loaded dog sled, and then over here, and I'm clicking on your screen. And then over here and over here, you see like unladen dog sleds.
Well, she's just gonna start packing them up with everything, and then getting the dogs too, because I imagine they only took one set of dogs. There's probably multiple dogs.
There are indeed multiple sets of dogs. They do look pretty terrified, but you find a total of 3 more dog sleds and a set of 4 dogs to go with them.
I will
Each one?
absolutely help calm the dogs with a 19 animal handling check.
They are absolutely they are they're Mr. Waggy Butt. They are super happy to see you. They seem pretty confident that maybe they're not going to be mistreated like they maybe have been. And
Joe, is that four dogs for each of the sleds? So
correct. You find a total of 12 dogs and 3 sleds.
Cool.
So Joe, I'm sure they did prioritize the kind of stuff that they were grabbing and going, like probably bags of coinage and whatnot. But over the course of the next, I don't know, half hour to hour, I'm searching all the tents as well, hopefully before Broad destroys anything, just to see if there's anything else of value left behind that we can take on the.
There are
I mean, I did say I was looking for cool stuff.
Oh, yeah,
before
yeah,
destroyed
I get
the
it. Yeah,
rest.
Yeah.
So
I would also should look for any signs of the.
So,
weren't you looking for-
inside inside that, again, trying to click on that thing.
yes.
Inside this this shelter here,
Yep.
you find hang on,
You're good.
my browser tabs are misbehaving. You find and this will just be for the party. You find a small locked iron strongbox, and you find
Dog.
about 20 gold pieces worth of, we'll call them household goods,
Okay.
like the spices, like
Trade good.
linen.
Yeah.
You don't find a lot of wood.
Okay.
You find a couple of more sets of cold winter clothing, the cold winter stuff. And yeah. So you find, like I said, about that many things.
Laura, were you saying something?
Oh, I was saying that we were supposed to be looking for this person for a reason associated with the murders that were going on in other towns around sacrifices, yes?
I'm going to say that that's probably accurate, considering I was intending to be a sacrifice and he tried to murder y'all.
Intended.
What?
Intended.
Intended?
You were intending to be a sacrifice or intended to be a sacrifice?
I was tried to be.
Intended.
I'm okay. Got it, Mr.
I'm sorry,
Matheson. I didn't get to go to school. I was raised in a cage. So, yes.
And Joe, part of what I was looking for is anything physical that we could take back to the person who hired us for this. I know there's probably not anything magical, but even just articles of clothing or something that he had.
We got 60 gold piece still coming to, well, technically not to us, to Croesus and Brodyaga.
Is there perhaps a sign that says this is Torga's caravan?
Is what?
That this is the caravan, Torga's caravan that we could take back? Because I'm sure if we brought that back as proof, it would show that we were.
You
It's
actually do find a tent that looks like maybe this is where Sephek kind of hung out.
Okay.
Curiously, you don't find any cold weather gear.
Mm-hmm.
So you do find Sephek's banana hammock.
Oh,
Yes.
I want that.
It's a molly wagon.
Tamale wagon. What?
What?
Exactly.
That was good.
All right, so if I find anything that looked like it was his stuff that we could potentially use as a bona fides that we took care of this threat, I'm going to wrap up stuff with it in that lockbox on one of the sleds, and we'll look at it when we get back to the Northern Light. I do want to, as we're wrapping up, take 10 minutes and I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a ritual and kind of just walk the area looking for anything that pings.
I am going to. I want you all to be able to look around, but in 10 minutes, I want you to all gather towards me, and I'd love to say a prayer to my goddess and do some healing.
I will. I just go sit down next to you.
Right.
Yeah, that works. I'll take it.
Yeah, I need prayer healing too. And if you're casting Detect Magic as a ritual, my
Damn,
darkness
Gina.
ends.
You did it twice and got a 20 both times?
Oh yeah,
Well,
How many people can you hit with that?
that is 6 creatures. I need to be one of them. So just pipe up an order.
I
Me,
could use it, but I would give it to Hoot before myself.
I
If
was bloodied, so I'm using it.
How low is Hoot, Jay?
Hoot's at 7.
Out of what?
What is your max hit points? Hold on. Hoot is at 7 out of 20.
Hoot has as many hit points as I do.
as I do.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
actually need it more, but I love Hoot. So
then I'll give you 3 points of healing, Jay.
me,
Yeah, you get 3 points.
okay, and Hoot gets the 20.
And I'm gonna say, when I put my hand on your shoulder, I'm just gonna say, thank you for not selling me out. I know that was probably tempting. Thank you.
No one offered me a price.
I would argue that your life was a price, but fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So did we get 6? Sure, everybody.
Pax is only
I
down
mean,
7, so she's fine. Like, I don't think, honestly, if you said gather around for a prayer, she would continue going about her business and forget about it because she's so busy going through everything and trying to load up all of her dead babies.
I need to know how many people took it, because if Hoot doesn't put us at 6, then I will definitely avail myself of the 20 points.
Are you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking it.
Go ahead and put it in the chat.
So
I put I need it, but I'm saying that that's me taking it.
1, 2,
Okay, so
four.
that's 4. Who else? Well, Hoot is 5.
What about our giant friend?
He said
And- Oh, wait, you have to do it to yourself too. Oh, no, you're on there.
Yeah, she's on the list.
Thank you.
5, 6. So we just need one more. So I guess that would be
I'll
Raja?
take it. Yeah, I'll
Alright.
take it if that's everyone else. Thank you.
Baruch.
Yeah.
Then if you're ending up taking it, can you, we're gonna give that 3 points to
Farouk.
Tass.
Oh.
Keep wanting to call you Tass as in Tasselhoff. Tax, tax.
Okay, I'll take the 3 off and Tax can have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for me. The next thing I will be doing is working with the dogs to see which of the dogs I think are most suitable as pets for the local village children.
Oh. He's gonna sell them at a very high markup.
I'm not
Hey.
gonna sell them. I'm gonna give them to kids. What are
Oh,
you talking about?
And Joe, just if there is anything that pink, even if it's in that box, I'm not going to try to open the box now, but I do a circuit after healed and look for anything that's pinging with a magic aura.
I am.
Croesus wants to find that magic dagger.
Oh, who had that dagger?
I threw it.
It was thrown.
Yeah, so I should be
Croesus
able to
wants to
find it
find
with the magic
Spell.
spell. Thank you. The detect magic when I'm walking around.
As you're walking around doing detect magic, I'm like, I can do something like that. Just doesn't, it only lasts for like 6 seconds though.
That's
Okay. So Dalen, Brodyaga, and Tax are all going through all the things. Yes, this is what I've heard. Oh, and
Yes.
Croesus. So 4 people going through all the things. I'm sure we're all looking for big ticket items, but I think we're all going to be looking for separate items as well, because Tax is going to be looking for metal, tools, things like that.
I've got on the loot page, the current loot page, I've already logged the small locked iron strongbox Torgas as a reminder, 20 gold piece of household goods / trade goods. And I'm gonna assume, Joe, unless it disappeared, we found the magic dagger.
Joe, you're muted.
Boop.
You do indeed
Okay,
find the dagger that is magic.
all right. If there's anything else, let me know. I'm gonna go check on Miranda. Bio break.
No, I mean, other than the things that I have mentioned.
Cool.
Do we know what this dagger does?
Not yet.
So we found all that. So the others got all of the stuff, right? They got all the rest of the stuff, because I'm saying that I'm taking I'm assuming what is a cooking pot over the fire. I'll be taking all of these tents, like cleaning it out.
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. Once Broad decides that, like, I've got everything of use of this tent, he's just destroying it, because I told that bitch that I would destroy her shit if she didn't help us, and then she didn't help us. So her shit gets destroyed.
Torches, wood, everything.
Well, you do find some torches that are burning low. Like I said, there's really no wood. And you find, and like I said, you find like 30 gold pieces worth of household goods. But there are a couple of other things that are interesting.
I'm sorry. I'm there.
So you going through one of the larger sacks of things that you find, that are in, you definitely find one that contains something, and that something is the frozen corpse of a male half elf with
Ugh.
a stab wound in his chest.
Does it look like what I would have been stabbed like?
No.
Okay.
Is there?
Like, does it match the dagger, the magic dagger we found? The stab wound?
That'd probably be a medicine check
Yeah.
at best.
I think I can do a medicine check.
So Joe, but we still have all of the arrows that were there, right? Because they would be running away from Sephek. They wouldn't go back to tent A and tent B. I would imagine that whatever was in those two pavilions is absolutely not scavenged.
Then, yeah, I was gonna say, at most people grab that bag, their coinage may be handy, but obviously they left at least one strong box.
Yeah, they left one strong box. You do find like 20 arrows. They're quality arrows. They don't appear to be special other than that.
That's good for you.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then, so the dog sleds, and then, is there? What be this?
What do what?
She's pinging something.
Yeah, she's pinging.
That looks like a
I will
drying rack.
amplify the ping.
That is that is kind of a drying rack.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Drying rack?
Any jerky there? Anything edible?
And then these right here?
Or a really poor abacus.
Everything's edible if you're brave enough.
Yeah.
All those other
those
things-
just appear to be kind of
Giant
like
molars, like molars from a giant.
yeah, they appear to be like maybe something kind of made out to set up the boundary of the
Yeah.
camp.
Okay.
Kind of like makeshift windbreaks, sort of.
Okay.
I want to go back to the northern light. I need to get some sleep.
Does the elf have any identification? The elf corpse have any identification on the body?
Not that you can tell from the frozen popsicle corpse.
Okay, I would like to investigate it further and see if there's anything distinctful other than the stab wound. Let me know if I need him to make an investigation check.
Cool.
Say that again.
Oh, I said I would like to investigate the corpse for anything else notable other than the stab wound.
It's a very slim stab wound. But no, there's no identifying, like you don't find his wallet and his driver's license or anything.
Not even the
Okay.
library card? Not even the library card?
Not even a library card.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, a library card seems really useful out here because you can rent the books and use them for fire. It's like free firewood from your community.
Legit, how much firewood is there? Because I see like some by this fire, some by this fire, some by
Don't
this.
read too
fire.
much into the map. You don't really
Okay.
find any wood worth taking. You do find a few, like a little tiny logs, tiny sticks. But you don't suddenly find a mountain of firewood. You don't find a cord of wood, I'll put it that way.
Got it.
Okay. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tents.
Yep.
Think we're done here. We go back to the Northern Light.
Yep.
Well, we certainly need to get back there before these caravanners say any bad things about us.
And we're not far away, right? We could drag these sleds back.
Isn't there the,
Or we could
Well,
put them on the dogs that
Right,
go.
we have the dogs for the sleds.
Do we have enough dogs for all of them?
We have 12 dogs.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, I'm sorry, I miscounted. Yes, we got plenty of dogs.
Well,
And we are going
hope you know how
to
to
be,
dog sled.
we have to make sure the dogs are well cared for. We can't maintain 12 dogs, but we can dole them out. I will be doing, animal handling, ability checks to see which dog best suited to be pet mulch down.
You're able to, it's not that far, y'all.
Yeah, we're just.
Yeah,
outside.
we're just outside of town.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that far.
All right, well, when we're all ready to walk back, Croesus is ready to walk back. He's interested in the dagger and finding out more about it.
it's cursed.
With some time and some materials, I can find out more about it. But I'm gonna need rest. Sorry, I need to get back to my accent. Once we get back to
Right.
the light and a little bit of rest, I can try to divine any arcane signatures on it and determine what, if anything, it can do beyond the norm.
Divine and the arcane.
It's my calling cards right there.
We found an elf corpse, is that correct?
Half elf corpse, yes.
Going in
I
the bag
take-
of holding.
I take its liver.
Of course you
Oh
do.
my God.
It's a frozen corpse, might be a
Why
little.
do you take its liver?
You'll see.
I take samples.
Why do I find taking samples less weird than I take its liver?
Are you like taking like nail scrapings or what do you take?
Yeah, I clip the nails, I clip hair, I like get, the saliva is going to be very challenging, so I might like actually snip an inside of the cheek. And then I would get a skin cell, blood cell.
Croesus like tries to tell you to stop and then just like stops before he starts and just kind of shakes his head.
And there's
Well-
like a sketch of the dead elf as well as detailed as I can with the stab wound. And I might, Joe, tell me what I would have to do this. I might try to take snow and pack it in there and try to and it could very well fail. Pack it into the wound and try to pull it out to see the shape of the knife that did it. Knife or weapon.
That's probably not gonna work. But
I don't think it's gonna work. I'm still gonna try it.
All right, well, now that we
You,
have
um,
our
you-
own CSI here,
You
Yeah.
you feel as though perhaps you should get someone more trained in medicine to take a look at this.
I will be like, does anyone know about human bodies and not metal bodies, or squishy bodies, not metal bodies?
I do, but I just want to say I've already rolled the one that became a 7 on that medicine check. So, yes, but I don't want to double dip. I've
Well,
already tried.
Okay, Tax, give me an investigation while you're going over this body. And then
Nope.
give me a wisdom check.
Snake eyes.
Nice.
Not really.
So
Guys.
it doesn't really take a whole lot of wisdom and intelligence to think back to the weapons that the first form of Sephek was wielding, namely ice blades. And these, they seem to be about the same size as that long sword that he has. So you're pretty confident that this is a victim of Sephek's ice weaponry.
Oh, dick.
Well,
All right, so I don't take too much time with my whole liver. I'll tell you why I took the livers, and I will, or the liver, and I will cut off a piece to let Tax have it for whatever tax purposes there are.
So
But
you,
basically,
okay,
Tax.
hold up. Before we go too far down this path, I
Uh-huh.
want you to understand this body is frozen solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not that hard to
it's
thaw
a
shit.
rock.
Right. I mean, it's going to take some time unless you're going to apply heat to it. And then you're cooking the body of a sentient being.
Just the liver, but yeah. No, I have no problem like warming it up to, just raw liver consistency. If you think I have a problem with that, I don't know if you've been paying attention to how my character has been played.
characters.
Uh,
I like to point that out. Had multiple-
know,
But the point of
Gross is
this,
visibly disapproved.
some of our players like to choose names that start with D. Others are just, cannibalistic.
I'm not eating it, but the point of it is, so we don't have to role play out every individual encounter. I'm just letting you know, the point of it is that as I try to find people to take care of these dogs, I'm going to feed each dog a tiny piece of liver and be like, it's got the taste for sentient meat. So if you fuck with it, it will kill you.
You realize
better.
that's like the not ASPCA approved right there. Like
There's,
that
That's
is
there's a
fine.
lot of things that don't approve that, not just a.
all right. Well,
I mean, that's just my,
Fair,
because I
fair.
want to find these dogs good homes that won't abuse them. And I want to let them know that like these dogs, what sentient raised liver tastes like, and that it's really yummy. If they fuck with it, I don't care if the dogs eat them.
so
Rod yoga
you
is
do
like-
remember that your other, what was it, the guild, was it the guide?
The eggs. They were all eggheads.
Yeah, the expedition,
Explorers.
the expeditionary guide guild, the eggs. You do know that fellow egg member, one town over, who does the expeditions and whom you was that here?
No, was it?
I think it was.
Tara Koenig? Yeah, that's where
Yeah,
what's his
yeah.
face is.
Yeah,
And-
it's here. It's here in Caerconnig. So, Garrett is the person that you helped out, and Atenas is the owner of Frozen Far Expeditions, and you are confident that Atenas Atenas and Jarthra from Frozen Far, they would be more than happy to give good, well-trained sled dogs a good home. And you know that they would provide, you know that they would treat them well.
And it's just a little extra incentive.
Oh, yeah.
When we get back to the Northern Light, I am going to ask for somewhere to go, basically like chunk of cheese, some sausage, and a place to go crash, because I need rest badly.
They're gonna say, we just gave you.
I know, I'm
food."
just,
Yeah.
oh, that's right, they did. I don't probably need to
Yeah.
get to my room.
They are contractually obligated now to
Yeah.
help us in perpetuity.
Right. So, you
Rod
guys
Yoga
are-
is
I
the
mean, it
epitome-
is, by the time you get back into town, it is, on into the evening. The weather has turned to kind of a heavy snowfall. And if basically the town is yours, you can go for a long rest. You can do
Long rest, long rest.
Long rest, long rest.
Uh,
That is the epitome of that one community quote where it says, "I can excuse racism, but I draw the line at animal cruelty."
Excuse racism.
Well,
It's
Other
good,
things. I can excuse cannibalism, but I draw the line at animal cruelty.
Like
Pretty-
that giggle.
It's pretty solid, yeah.
That's broad. Yeah, yeah.
uh,
It's not cannibalism. I didn't eat the liver. I fed the liver to dogs.
You were going
different.
to feed us dwarf meat.
I need to move on.
If we needed it, and we did need it for barter,
Yeah.
I remind you. We didn't eat it, but it was useful.
Bellatex, when you have a moment, I need
so just I'm going to drop a little tiny screenshot into the D&D chat here.
What are you gonna say about
That
that?
shows you a little bit of the DM's calendar. That thing there, Sephek Koenig, that's been
Nice.
there since I made the calendar.
nice.
Nice.
So that was
That's nice.
that was completely right
No.
place, right time, or right place, wrong time.
No, right place, right time.
That there was an NPC named
So,
Allie.
Am I right in thinking that this was the
I
one,
do too.
the murders were the one that were on that timer was before the next new moon cycle that we needed to,
I don't,
yes,
is that something else? I mean,
that was this.
have we taken away the timer that we need for?
I mean, we've taken away Sephek, but Sephek wasn't the mastermind. Whoever set Sephek to this task has undoubtedly hired others to do the same.
Joe, I got the message.
Oh, I hear a ding in my head. Power courses through me.
Oh,
When
Ah.
you wake up from your next long rest, you will all be level 4.
yeah, yeah, we will.
That was that encounter was meant to be very challenging, potentially lethal,
Oof.
and also your gateway to the next level.
I'm
It
gonna.
was
Nice.
pretty close. It started off really messy.
Oh yeah. Well, we roll hit die.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
when Bellatex gets back, one, she's having Broad bring the body, and we're just gonna say it came like this. But she's gonna ask people in the village if they knew who he was.
I might take yours.
Never they have no idea who this is. They've never seen him. Corey is relatively confident that that person is not local.
Okay. And then ask if there is a way that this town, this place, takes care of their dead, and if she needs to pay someone to give this guy, this being a respectful death, respectful laying to rest. And she's looking at Siston while she's doing it and going like, see.
I mean, I'll just speak up and be like, if you need him laid to rest, I can dig a grave.
But is that the way of his people? I don't know. I just want to be respectful. Siston is teaching me psychology, and it is important to respect.
We have no idea what his beliefs were. Do we? I mean, I search him for like any kind of holy symbols or anything that might give a clue as to his or philosophical persuasions.
There is absolutely nothing identifying. He is elf corpse, shirt, pants, not even boots, absolutely unidentifiable.
Most societies are fine with interment or immolation. I'm happy to provide either.
She like looks at you and goes, whatever you think is best. And then she is going to go hard to work taking the new stuff that we got, putting it back in the storage room, and then taking what she got from the storage room up to the room that they ruined before and try to repair it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll dig him a grave somewhere, you know,
No,
a
you
little
won't.
bit out of town. I won't. Okay.
Do you know even today, like in the very northernmost states, if you die, they don't bury you until spring. The
That's
ground
true.
is
Okay.
frozen
Then-
solid.
then
Actually,
I will burn
Siskin,
him
you might be better equipped to provide some sort of non-denominational service if you'd like.
Nice roll, Jay.
Yeah, I'm taking my role.
Yeah, you absolutely should.
Bell attacks do not take your roll.
Now I'm going to take Joe's roll.
I mean, you could
Just-
probably take Jay's role, but it might not be.
Alright, so
5 tax.
5. Okay.
Hey, Jay. This
yeah,
is
what's
a-
up?
This
Is
is
that
an
everybody?
outside.
Message me, Allie, if it's
Will do.
outside.
Are we post long rest?
We can be.
I mean, I'm happy to keep going because it's only 8, but Chris went to bed. I don't know if y'all saw.
I did.
And I'm gonna need some time to kind of pick what I want for 4th.
Mhm.
I figured you gave us a heads up, so I have some stuff thought out, but I didn't think it would happen 2 hours into the game. But I appreciate that.
Well, you guys had some almost uncannily good luck.
Well, yeah, I mean, there were like high fucking rolls. I crit that motherfucker right out the gate. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some good rolls on your part, and I rolled like 6 ones.
I've been there, man.
And it was like,
and I mean, Robert took out like a lot of the.
Yep.
yeah, that
I mean-
Good job, Robert.
right.
That was
can't
really
be
good.
much.
Individually, methods aren't that much, but like clearing 7 or 8 of them off the field at one time, that was huge.
Yeah.
All right. So honestly, guys, if we want to keep going, I do have things that are at least minimally prepared, but making it through this encounter, you know, one way or the other, and getting a long rest and waking up at level 4, that was kind of my plan for the evening.
Well, then there's a couple of things that are just more bookkeeping that I would like to do. if possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I do want to, between that night but probably more likely the next morning, cast Identify on the dagger. And so you can send that whenever. You don't have to do it right now.
There's nothing super secret. It's a dagger +1.
Okay, cool. If somebody would like to add a dagger +1 that's going to actually use a dagger to their inventory, I'm perfectly fine with that. If nobody wants it, I will carry it, but I have to assume somebody who fights things might want it. Robert, were you interested in that dagger +1?
I am interested in the dagger +1. If no one else wants it, it's definitely something I will take.
I will forego a claim on it at this point. I wanted to ask Tax, with her deft fingers and tools, to see if she could maybe unlock the strong box.
I'm pretty sure I can. Hold
Well-
on.
And I want to say, I have so much faith in you, looking into the realm of possibility, that you rolled an 18 on your check.
I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
I can pick, I have thieves tools, so I can pick a lock pretty much.
If you need me, I can be proficient at any skill.
Oh, that's true. Well, the other thing we could do then, Tax, if you think you're pretty comfortable, is if you could see if there's any, maybe it's trapped. And maybe that's what the 18 roll is you detecting and see if there are any traps on it.
Yeah, Joe, do you want an investigation and then a what?
Thieves tools are dexterity plus your proficiency. But if you have an 18, just a base roll of 18, I can tell you you are able to make your way through the lock. There is inside said lock, inside said lock box. There is a satchel inside that box. There's 92 gold pieces, 76 silver pieces, and 7 gemstones worth 10 gold each.
Nice. Is anybody jotting that down?
I am.
Okay, good.
It's in the party loot page under Torgus Camp. Is a sub under small locked iron box, which is now not locked anymore. I would like to keep the lock, the box. In fact, at some point, I might ask Tax to see if she can reverse engineer us a key for this box, because it would be nice to have such a thing. And then, Joe, what did you say was happening with the weather? What does the weather look like?
Well, at night, it was heavy snowfall. When you wake up on the morning of the 11th of the John Day 11 of Flame Rule, it is merely overcast and, of course, dark and cold.
I have some stuff, but it can wait until dawn is done.
The only other thing I have is, and since we kind of wrapped up the one, I would like to take a day tomorrow to work on some of my stuff. Tomorrow being the day we wake up on the 11th. So I don't know if we want to have a shopping day, Elisa getting some of her stuff done day, and then unless something catches fire, we start on the 12th. But if we have time, I want to work as much of today as I can on some arcane stuff. So Joe, I can start tracking down the number of hours I'm successfully able to do that. It doesn't have to be the full day if something happens, but I'm gonna put down in my notes that I'm starting that.
Right on. I mean, what we'll do is I have on the calendar, we're starting on the 11th.
Yep.
We'll start episode 11 on the 11th. Wow, that's cool. And you guys will have the day to do as you please. Or we can end tonight at the end of the day, so that we can start episode, well,
it'd be 11.
11 on 12, or we can just start 11 on 11. And that way we can also discuss level uppery.
Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, I can make a decision right now, but I honestly haven't been thinking about level 4 hard enough. I don't know what I would do.
Right.
So if we want to continue tonight, I can make a snap decision, but it would be a snap decision.
Yeah, I don't know that that's necessarily a good idea. Although
Okay.
you can if you want. I'm not here to stop you.
No, I think
I vote for stopping here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we already lost Carlisle, so yeah, maybe we
I
should
was probably
just,
gonna have to jump off anyway, so this is a good stopping point.
Beautiful. All right, then you wake up the morning of the 11th, power coursing through your veins, and to an overcast, dark and cold day.
Just for the record, so I will know what parameters to set for myself as I look around for what I want to do for level 4. Are the Fizban's dragon gift feats on the table?
I haven't looked at them, but I mean, our policy's been to kind of include those official materials, so sure, we'll include it.
I would say send it to him just in case it's like something crazy, but you don't tend to lean into the crazy. But I just think that's fair rather than, oh, you picked Wish? Yeah, I'm not gonna allow Wish.
No, okay, I'll go through them. I'll go through them real quick. Gift of the Chromatic Dragon. As a bonus action, you can add D4 acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage to your martial weapon attacks for a minute. Then you have to finish a long rest before you can do it again. And if you take any of those types of damage, you can give yourself resistance to that damage a number of times equal to your prof bonus. Regens on a long rest. Gem Dragon +1, int, whiz, or charisma. And when you take damage from a creature within 10 feet of you, you can make them make a strength saving throw or take 2d8 force damage and be pushed
Whoa.
away.
Yeah, and for everybody's information, all of these show up in our character builders in this game, so you can look through them. It's not just Jay has access to it somewhere. Everybody.
So my
Right.
only thing about taking feats, if you're going to suddenly be gaining gifts from dragons, give me Don, message received, thumbs up.
Thank you.
A narrative justification.
Give me a narrative justification for why you're suddenly communing with, gem dragon spirits.
Okay, that's fair. No,
Think
no,
about it. Think
I-
about it. If backstory feats is one thing, but if we're going to take feats, I just need a narrative excuse.
No, that's fair. I will, and I probably won't take those. Those are not anywhere near in the lead for what I want to do with 4th level, but I was just curious.
Right on. I know Allie's not I know Allie is not here to hear this, but you guys have the sense that whatever spirit was possessing Sephek was definitely was at one point human.
Okay.
You're not really sure. None of you have ever encountered something being reborn, so you have no idea how long that will take. You're now aware that there are evil dwarves wandering around doing evil dwarf stuff, and there are frost druids obviously wandering about the land doing frost druid things at the behest of at least Gryla. Most likely Gryla's doing things at the request of the Frost Maiden. And Dalen, you do remember from the sending you received the hint about the other Care Denival. Something.
It's in my note.
Something going on at the Care at Care Denival.
Yeah.
So if you guys can come up sometime between now and the next time. Now, next Friday is going to be Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I will not be available.
Yeah. I have a feeling we will be taking a brief hiatus because the weekend after that will be New Year's Eve. I don't get Dylan until Sunday. So my Christmas Eve celebrations will be minimal. My New Year's Eve celebrations will be non-existent probably. And but I understand if you guys are going to be doing something on New Year's Eve. On the other hand, there is the tradition that whatever you're doing on New Year's, you'll be continuing to do during that year. So keep that in mind.
We have
I
family.
would also, if we are, if we're comfortable, feeling comfortable, at some point in January, I'd like to explore some in-person gaming. And the reason why I will need a little bit of notice before we do that, and an idea of where we're going to do that, is because there are set pieces that need to be built, probably miniatures that need to be summoned forth, as I am a sorcerer of light and resin.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I want to go ahead and buy the STL for Dalen, and I'll probably just send it to you and at your leisure. But I was just going to do a quick say. We have family in town through the 31st. So really starting the 1st, people have availability. Let's get it posted out there, because I think we'd be able to play for a couple hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be available essentially anytime. So whenever the rest of you get your poop in a group, I should be fine.
Sweet.
With enough notice, I can make myself available at any point.
Cool.
Right on.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun.
Guys, well done on dispatching this minion of the Frost Druids, and obviously a threat to Sandalphon and Sandalphon's existence.
Special.
It might be a good idea to find out exactly what Gorilla wants to do with your soul. I don't know. That seems like a thing you might want to know. What's going on there? I can't see it.
I just want to reassure everyone that if no one
Nice.
offers me a price for their soul, I'm not going to give up their soul.
Right. But we have
Two goals.
we have now scratched the surface. We're not all the way in yet, but we definitely have scratched the surface.
I might, giving leisure time, go through the loot thing and kind of divide it up and ask people to let me know when they've added it to their character sheet so we can mark it off the loot page.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I've been highlighting what tax we'll be
Yep.
taking and just using the loot, using that page as part of mine.
Yep.
So do we want to add sub names to it?
What Ali did in one of our other games, and I might ask her to copy that spreadsheet over, is we can put the 90 gold at the top, and it auto divides it by the number of people in the game.
Yeah, I can do that for gold.
And so we might do that for the money stuff at the very least, and money and gems. And then gear, tax, I'm assuming over the next day or so, we might try to sell off the household goods. We might actually be able to sell off at a discount to the place where we're staying, because they can probably use some of this stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Lisa, I'm right on it with you. But the weapons stuff, the thing you want to keep, that's cool. But if we have 4 heavy crossbows and we only need 1, we might as well sell 3, because Daddy needs some coin.
Yeah.
Right.
I would never think of doing something like that. So you will have to ask.
Okay.
And tax isn't going to tell you no.
Yeah.
But essentially, I need to do a whole bunch of research into what my servant, not my homunculus, but my other one, my steel defender, how big and bad that eventually can be. Because I think if I remember, it can be my own little Iron Man minion. So I want to look, and that's essentially why I'm saving all this, because in Tax's mind, she's just I'm going to add turrets, and I'm going to sit on it, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do in her head,
Yeah.
she's making I guess I have not watched it, but I've been hearing about it secondhand from my partner, an Evangelion friend.
Kind
Cool.
of close. The thing you need to keep in mind is that to make your homunculus do anything besides dodge, you need a bonus action. And to
Mhm.
make your steel defender do anything besides dodge, you need a bonus action. So if you have both of them running at any one time, one of them is going to be dodging because you can only issue that order to one of them.
And that order that you do, if it's an action, that's her action that round?
No,
No, that's a bonus action. She issues orders with a bonus action.
Yep.
And then they can take the action that she tells them to take. But she can only do that to one of the two.
Now, where
So
does
the
it get around?
the other one is going to dodge. You can't say, hey, homunculus and hey, steel defender, both of you attack that guy. You have to say one or the other of you attack that guy and the other one's just going to dodge.
But I guess the thing I'm thinking of is if she casts a spell or something through it, it still uses her action to cast the spell through the servant.
Yeah, so that gets confusing. I think the homunculus is the one she can cast through. I'm not sure.
I can
But
cast. Yeah.
the way that works is they use their reaction to do it. And that gets, they take their action after you. So technically they have to already be in the place you want them to be because they don't have movement
Yeah.
until you're done.
But, and this is what I need to research. Technically, I could get off 2 spells, one from me, bonus action, tell them what to do, and then their action is to send a spell. So I could get off 2 ranged spells.
No, unless they have a spell as one of their actions. No.
Okay.
The way it works when you cast a spell through them is you cast the spell with your action or bonus action or whatever it requires, and they use their reaction to cast that spell from their location.
They're
Okay.
conduit for you. You're still doing it, but it increases range and whatnot for you.
Okay.
So you don't have to run up and touch something that's a touch spell. It can do it for you, but it's still your action casting the spell or
Right,
whatever.
and they already have to be next to the thing you're casting that touch spell on.
Yes. And then, but if they have within their own actions a spell or something like that, they can do that. They just can't do my spell. I can't spell, they can't spell because it's still me casting the spell, but they can do their own spells and their own actions.
Right. If
Okay.
one of them happens to have a spell they can cast, you can use a bonus action to tell them to cast that spell.
Okay.
That's cool.
And then when Joe gets back, I have a couple of questions because Tax really needs to do 2 things that are in opposite directions. 1, she needs to go after that fucking fish, and 2, she needs to go see the blacksmith, unless there's a blacksmith here, because those are 2 major things that Tax has to do. Like, I need smith tools immediately.
Well, then we probably need to light up treasure so you know what if it's going to cost you anything. Because I will say,
I have smith tools waiting for me in Brinchander.
so what do you need the smith here for?
Because if we're not going back to Brinchander today, and if we can't make it today, I want smith tools.
That's what I'm saying. If you have to buy smith tools now, again, then we just have to figure out how much it's going to cost. Because in general, yeah.
Hold on. You're a 3rd level artificer. Do you have thieves' tools or any artificer's tools or artisan's tools on you?
Yes. Just not smith.
Okay, but you have thieves' tools. Is that correct?
I have these tools, tinkering tools.
Okay,
and
that's
then-
fine. That's fine.
Mm.
At 3rd level, with thieves tools or artisans tools, you can magically create one set of artisans tools in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. So you can create smith's tools
Okay.
as an action. It requires 1 hour of uninterrupted work, which can coincide with the short or long rest. And yeah, and they exist until you use the feature again. You can create smith's tools.
You can basically conjure Fey Smith's tools until you use that feature and create a different type of tool that you need.
Well, then I
Right.
will do that. And when we get to Brinchander, I'll get real Smith tools. And then, because I also got 2 tool sets from when y'all did the
Yeah.
thing.
That
So
was
I wrote
cool.
those down.
I was like, I looked at those and like, that says tax all over it.
And then for Joe, quick question. We've been in, I'm looking at Care Denival and not Care Koenig.
Correct.
That's wrong way. Okay, Care Koenig.
Mhm.
So we have the Northern Light. What other like merchants are here? And also, if there's booze, is there a way for us? I mean, technically, I've lost my homunculus servant, so when we go through Care Denival, I can give them more booze easily.
Okay.
But is there any merchants, anything here? One, so I'm sure Don will be interested in selling some things, and 2, for us to purchase stuff.
Well, there was a caravan. coming
Yeah,
through.
we shop the caravan well.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't bought all
Well,
that
let's see what we have.
before
going on
we
here.
ran them all off.
And you're talking about Care Koenig, correct?
Probably
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, let's see here. There's only about 150 people in this town. You have the Ruined Care, you have Frozen Far Expeditions, you have the Northern Light, and there is a tavern called the Hook, Line, and Sinker. But there's not really much in the way of actual, like, there's not like a local Walmart.
Okay. And so that's one of the questions. I will magically make me my smith tools. And then let me consult my map because I know where I need to go.
Do you?
Yes, because you told me exactly, you have told me that here
Mm-hmm.
is the fish I desire.
I mean, that was several days ago.
That was approximately 3 days ago.
Mhm.
So, on our way, the best way would be around. I would check my I would check my little magic compass, and then if it's still pointing in that direction, I would ask that Broad Yaga.
Can you go back to the map?
Yep.
The needle is pointing where it was pointing, we'll call it south southeast. It's now more like south southwest.
Good. That makes me happy. So, to be clear, oh, I need to do another screenshot. It's more towards East Haven.
Yes.
Okay. I will update this screenshot then. Okay. Well, then that just makes this easier for me. And then after that, yeah, tax is really just gonna try to set up the back room and whatever room that they provide. I guess she's gonna try to set it up as a mini shop and stuff, because is our plan to only be here for one more day before we go? Is that the general plan?
I mean, you are always welcome back here at the Northern Light.
But most of Tax's stuff and where she has free brain, money, housing is in Bryn Shander, which I believe is in the middle of the 10 towns, which is probably a better place for us to be. Yeah.
I mean, you have free room and board here too.
I heard free room and board.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have that here, and then I have my father has essentially sent a letter of credit to the innkeeper at Bryn Shander, and so I have kind of pretty womaned the establishment there.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, we got them their light back, and I negotiated for us to basically have free room and board and the good food.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
See, there are benefits to being a greedy bastard.
Does anybody on this call have full access to everybody's character sheets in this campaign?
I think I
What
do.
what do you mean by full access?
Like, I think I can go look at your character sheet, but I can't change anything on your character sheet.
Right. Yeah, only the DM of the campaign should be able to change a character sheet in that campaign.
Okay. The reason I ask is because looking at the party loot document, there is a note at the top, like 40 GP to Robert, 5 to Chris, 5 to Jay, 10 GP to Jay from Garrett. And then we each found we got a gem worth 50 GP that some people marked off, but some people didn't. But what Ali has made is a new thing called coin loot. And right now, if you took the total amount of coinage that we found that was not already ascribed to somebody specifically in that note, everybody can take 13 gold, 21 silver.
Okay.
And so when people do that, I want to clear this coin loot page out, but I want to make sure everybody gets their coinage before we clear it out. So we don't have to do it today. We can do it at the beginning of the next game or something.
I will also say I made it so that Owen is not included in this divvy up because he hasn't been here.
I think that's fair. If he starts showing back up,
Yeah.
we can retcon some stuff. But I think for right now, it would just be harder to divide it by somebody who's not been showing up. And so there's like almost 2 gold left over, like in change that we can leave in the fund. But once everybody says, I've added my 13 gold, I've added my 21 silver, then we can clear this out to, zero it back out to 1.9. And then the next time around, with the money, it's super easy. With the gems and things, it's a little trickier. And we might add, a second sheet to track that stuff. In fact, that's probably what I'll do next. But I feel like this is an easier way, as long as we don't keep doing, hey, I'm doing this side job, you're only paying me kind of thing. Like, I have to ask for the thing that was like 40 to Robert. Did we all help on the thing he did, but he got paid the 40, or was he intending to take that 40 and divide it up with everybody?
That was money in advance on Sephek's head.
Yeah.
And so that is that a party 40?
Robert got it. He gave 5 to Chris and 5 to Jay, and he kept the rest.
Okay.
Dork. Is he
But I do think, because
I'm
the
still
thing is, we do have a little bit of party loot, and it might be worth it in Broad's twisted mind to start spreading that loot around, not like a lot of it, a little bit of it, to various towns, to be like, hey, to the ends and to the major players, and to just say, hey, when Torga comes through your town, don't make Torga welcome.
I actually have no problem with that. But going back to the thing, Robert, was that 40 intended for the three of y'all, or was that a group thing and you just took possession of it?
At the time, it was intended for the three of us because I didn't really know you guys very well.
Got it. Got it.
When we get paid, that was like half up front. So like when we go back and get the other half, then that'll be a different story.
Okay. Well, I will leave it separate for now till we get through.
Yes.
But I do want to try to get this cleared up because I mean, in all fairness, Dalen took a spell book. That's worth a lot of money if you have the right people. So I've dipped heavily into the party fund on something that might be sellable later on. So I'm not complaining in any way. I just want to kind of make sure before it gets just hard for us to remember what the heck this was coming from.
I would like to sort this out
assuming-
too and come up with a system. I agree.
Right. So assuming like the party actually has this conversation rather than just the players.
Yep.
Broad, who I'm sure you all think is just a greedy motherfucker by now with his half up front shit, would reveal that like that spell book means nothing to him, basically. Like he views money as he doesn't even like it. He just views it as a tool for survival.
Yeah.
And a spell book does not help him survive. 40 gold pieces or 20 gold pieces or whatever does help him survive in this horrible capitalistic economy y'all have created. But yeah, the spell book itself means nothing to him. So that's where his money lust comes from. He's all about survival.
Rod Yaga, just so you know, Sistan does not think you're a greedy MRFer. She yelled out in the other room, but I don't know if you heard her.
I did not, but thank you, Sistan.
All right, we'll have another sheet. We can continue this conversation later, but this feels better about not letting him get so far out that we're like, I don't even remember what that was. That note made sense, a month and a half ago, but I have no idea what it means now, kind of thing.
Right.
Cool.
All right, guys, please over the next few days, when you are tossing a coin to your witcher.
Oh, that's as soon as my wife wakes up, we're getting back into the.
But
we're 1.5 seasons into Witcher season 2, or 1.5 episodes. Sorry.
So think about tossing a bone to your DM as to what you might want to do next.
Sounds good. Cool. Just give some heads up so you can plan. I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a lot of things you guys can be doing.
Well, you know what might help if it's easy for you to do is maybe a poll, just to help us remember.
I don't even remember what all you guys have come up with.
Yeah,
we have a running list in the notes of this sort of quest in progress, but
okay.
Croesus will definitely put his 2 cents in because now that we've, at least fulfilled most of his quest, he'd like to go collect the rest of his gold.
I know I'm still on the lookout for that lady. I'm supposed to cast the sending spell back. So far, I haven't seen anything. But actually, just as we travel, that's continuing that one. So I don't think I need a particular arrow point in a specific direction for it, but just as a reminder.
I have some RP to do with Sandalphon. I'll probably offer to buy Sandalphon a drink and talk some things out, but we can that like off schedule.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. I am going to step away. Everybody good here?
Yep.
Dawn.
Yes, ma'am.
For my feat, I will probably narratively include you because I think I'm gonna do wizardly magic stuff to grab me some more spells.
Okay.
So I will let you know. I'll figure out which one I want and I'll let you know.
Okay. Cool. Yep. All right. Cool.
Adios, amigos.
You guys want to do your RP thing now?
Yeah.
Do I need to be present for that? Should I be? Probably should.
You could be.
right?
It doesn't if you are.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna,
I'm not. One
If
second.
Ally is,
Audio.
you good, Ally?
Give me just a second.
I'm gonna leave so she can get into her audio.
Yeah.
All right, bye,
Okay.
everybody.
Later.
Bye. And
I
one,
will I will stop recording. Everybody, I'm going to stop recording. They can do their thing. Y'all have a good week. If we don't meet up again next week, y'all have a good Christmas. And hopefully
Please,
see some
thank you.
friends and
Also-
family.
Thank
And don't get sick, and let's
Got my booster recently.
Right.
What up?
right, like
Hell
let's
yeah.
let's get rolling on doing some in-person D&D. I have
Oh,
two
yeah.
freaking resin printers and haven't gotten to make a single goddamn building. So
It's that problem.
all right, on. All right, so recording is ending now.